Welcome back to my series of working with ALS, in particular using voice access. Today's conversation will be about working with grid overlays. My name is Steve Hughes. I've been dealing with ALS for the past 2 years. This is a conversation around using voice access to continue to enable me to work as we move forward. The conversation today is using your voice to manipulate apps and such on the screen via voice access and its grids. So let's get started. As you can see here, I have my voice access running at the top in the bar at the very top of the screen. And we're looking at an edge window at the moment. Voice access sleep. I'm going to turn that off for a moment while we talk about what we're going to do. In the process of working with grids on the screens that we're looking at, the grid will lay over the top of whatever the primary screen is you're working in voice access with. It will not overlay multiple screens at the moment. For the moment, you have to actually switch the primary screen if you want to go to a different screen. So just assume you're going to work in one screen with this functionality. The bar at the top signifies the primary screen that we're on, and a grid will allow us to effectively drill into a point that we'd like to click and actually work with information. So I'm going to walk you through a few of the exercises now so you can see how this works. It's kind of fun, and it can be its own share of annoying depending on how things work. So let's get going. Voice access, wake up. Show grid. In this scenario, you can see the full set of grids across the entire window platform. As you can also notice, it said I gave it an invalid command because the overlay is on, but that's okay. We're going to talk through this while the overlay is working. So to zoom into an overlay, you effectively need to click a location. So for this example, let's go check the traffic in Frankfurt, which is shown on grid 6. Now you can see I said those commands immediately move me over there. We say grid 5, grid 5. Just going to drill in a little bit more. Right now we're effectively in the right place. So let's say click 4. Click 4. This opens up the other screen, allowing us to see what we were actually trying to drill into. Now let's return to the previous tab. In this case, we're going to use functionality with the click function that allows us to say what we want to do. So we're going to say, click new tab. Click 1. This brings us back to the original page that we were on. All right. Now you know the basics of the grid. Let's talk about the fact that we can actually drill into the grid if we know the location. Show grid 128. And you can see right there it drilled in, and I wanted to click on the technology and equipment, so I'm going to say click 8. Click 8. I'll click on my shortcut, taking me to Team Gleason, where they talk about the variety of technology and equipment used to support those of us with ALS. Go back. So that's the basics of using the grid overlay. There are a couple other features you should be aware of. You saw me using it for the entire screen in this scenario. Switch to Notepad. As you can see here, I have a notepad with 2 words on it. Well, more words now is doing dictation for me. Show grid here. By using the keyword here, we are able to identify a grid that's only on Notepad. One, click 1. Well, I missed it as you saw there, so let's try that again. Show grid here. 1. Grid 1. Click 5. Click find. Click 1. In this scenario, you can see that we have an option to search for something. Select all. Delete. Red. Red. Enter. Voice access sleep. So in this scenario, you saw that I was able to select and the find and actually click on red and find red using nothing but voice commands at this point. Voice access wake up. Show grid here. Click 3. Use the wrong command, that happens. Let's try again. Show grid here. 3, 4, 3, 3, undo, click 4, voice access sleep. As you can see, I drilled in too far on the command because it didn't hear me clearly the first time, and was able to undo the command and then go back to where I wanted to be and click the right thing. So you can use undo to basically effectively zoom out your grid if you make a mistake on what you're going into. There are a lot of other commands to alternate back and forth between windows and do other things that I'm not covering here. Some of them I use and you can see them, but it is a combination, not just about the grid, but there's a combination of options that are available to you. So keep in mind, your key commands are show grid to get the grid over the entire window, or show grid here to actually place a grid in your application window. These two options allow you to drill in either by saying a number or doing grid in a number. Typically, you just say a number and it keeps zooming in. If you know the location, like I showed you with the Team Gleason shortcut, you can actually say a sequence of numbers and have it drill in to the point you want. Once you've reached the area you want to be in, remember to say click and the number, and it will click that spot, moving the mouse over there for you. Hopefully this is a good overview on how to use grids and grid overlays. within voice access. I hope that you have a great day. Give us a like, share, tell other people about us. We look forward to demonstrating other features in voice access in this channel. Have a great day.